Hey everybody, I'm back, and as you can see the city has been mostly destroyed. I have the video link to the actual tsunami itself in the description, so if you want to check out the actual city getting destroyed, you can check it out there, but I'm just going to be going over what's left and what we have. So the tsunami started out right about in this like pond, well not pond, but river. And it kind of moved in on the city this way. It also moved in onto the grasslands this way, which is why you can see a bunch of new lakes. But this is what's left of the main downtown area. As you can see, it's mainly only tall buildings. I guess a couple of new buildings have been put up, but that's post-tsunami really. That's kind of small. Well, this is, unless this building somehow protected it, I'm not sure. But as you can see, only the major buildings are left. All of this right here used to be smaller type buildings. You can see they're all gone. There's still some people standing around. I don't know. These are tourists. I don't know what they're doing. There used to be medium-sized buildings around here. Those are all gone too. You can see the highway is still there. Underground highway that kind of pops up every once in a while. The pumps don't seem to get destroyed by the tsunami though. This was where industry was. You can see the highway is halfway under most, and more than halfway, mostly underwater. It goes up all the way until it finally comes up around here, then you can see, and then it stays up above. Looks like the only part of industry that survived, minus some trees, which those don't seem to get affected by a tsunami, would be the oil plants. About half, I'd say about 60% of them were destroyed, maybe more than that, more on this side. Here I can start get things playing. It's a little bit laggy if I started playing. But you can see over here, this is parts of the town where things survived. The buildings here are pretty much abandoned. You can see where the tsunami basically kind of stopped. It went up all the way until around this part. I guess this building might have helped protect these buildings between that building and the lake. Probably stopped it, and that's why these buildings are still standing. Even as you can see, they're pretty low compared to the rest of the city. It's actually pretty incredible how they actually survived. See over here, this all survived. This used to be a big old neighborhood. You can see there's still one house left. It's about half, pretty much underwater. But the only thing to survive right around here would be the arch. See, a couple of buildings are still standing. I'm not sure if those were built post-tsunami. So this entire section of town is gone, minus the space elevator. That's the only thing to survive. Pretty much everything here is gone, minus, oh no, that's gone too. So yeah, everything here is gone. There's still forests hanging around, I guess. And you can see over here, everything's gone too. Right along the river, pretty much everything that is destructible has been gone. You can see the water level is quite different around here too. There's a lot more water. Power lines halfway underwater. So, yeah, you can see there's no way out. The highway is pretty much done. You can't really escape. You can see there's a big line of cars waiting to get in. I don't know why. Some of these cars were willing to partially drive themselves in. What is that, a Ford Focus and a... can't tell what that other thing is. Here's like the business district. There is more of it over here, but that's all gone. This is all that's left. You can see the buildings that are kind of waiting in the water have been abandoned, and the water line goes up to pretty much halfway up the buildings. Any of the commercial or business type buildings are pretty much submerged. Looks like one of them Call of Duty maps that you go in and like the city's being flooded. But as you can see, it looks like the water is draining into the lake. Though the lake's got a lot more water in it now. Some areas it doesn't have very much, so it's gonna probably even out soon. Like if I get it playing, which is really laggy, you can see. Oh, it's really laggy because all the buildings are going abandoned right now. Now it's fine. You can see the water is draining out into the lake. Yeah, so it was really laggy because pretty much every building was going abandoned, except for this part of town. This part of town is actually doing well. That's pretty weird. They're getting their power from this building, that's why. I don't know where they're getting their water from. Yeah, I don't know where their water would be coming from. a little pond right here. All the buildings here have been abandoned. There's a rock too. So some areas are still like little lakes because of the land and the way it's shaped. Which is, you can see this part's even destroyed. It's kind of like a random area. Everything's gone in this little area right here. This highway is actually still usable for a certain extent. You can't turn off there, but because it goes over, you can still use it pretty much all the way until, oh no, the water's receded. So yeah, and because once again it goes over the train tracks, it's still useful. So now this highway's once again, oh wait, never mind. Well, it's almost completely usable until this point. Then other than that, yeah, you still run into problems. So it's still hard to get out of the city. Sewage water seems like it's backed up into the city, which is weird. Water levels here are very low, actually. This used to normally rise up to the sewer grate, but I guess after the tsunami, it's now gone. It's very low, despite the fact that the water in the actual lake is much higher. Yeah, it's really strange. Still a giant puddle, right? Puddle, why would I say that? It's a lake at this point. It's like a lake right next to the river, which is actually gaining water. Water is going into it. And that's covering what used to be a large commercial and residential district. The whole thing is now submerged if you look at it from this angle. You probably wouldn't even notice, except for the streetlights that you're sitting on top of what used to be part of the city. So yeah, I think that's it. As you can see, this is all that's left. I have underground highway. I'll turn this off. You can see now exactly the extent. This population, the city's population used to be 180,000. Between all the, yeah, this building's just now went abandoned too, even though they had power from this. Oh, this didn't have water, that's why. Yeah, the water treatment plants do not have power, so obviously things don't work there. So, that's it. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. I probably might do another one. Water's actually getting backed up because there's water flowing from this side in. And as you can see, it's getting backed up as soon as it hits the city. This rock formation is now underwater, and it looks like it's pretty much overflooded this bridge right here. And, yep, that's all. Hope y'all enjoyed. And I'll see you another time. Goodbye.